So, hello, we are with Prasadi, First Secretary Commercial at the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Paris, France. And she is also accredited to Spain and Portugal. We are at day 2 of Fitur 2026. So, Prasadi, how are you?
Yes, doing good. Quite busy with the exhibition stuff, but doing well.
Okay, good, good. So, how is your experience at Fitur 2026 going so far?
Okay, first of all, thank you for coming to our booth and then doing an interview like this with us. That is really appreciated. And I think this is the time that most of the Sri Lankan travel agents participated at Fitur. It is in number wise, it's 34 companies. 34 Sri Lankan travel agents are participating at Fitur. So from that number, you can see that how interest Sri Lankan travel agents have about Spanish market and all. So everything is going well so far. It's okay. And it's when you visit the fair, you can see like it's a very global event. Like almost all the countries in the world are participating here, and then Spain also have done a very good interpretation for their country with different regions and everything. So far the experience is so good, and I think I got the feedback from the companies also that they are happy with the B2B meetings they are already having. And then everything is going so well so far.
Okay, good to know. Do you have any new marketing strategies in your tourism board developed for the 2026-2027 season?
Yes. Before talking marketing strategy, I would like to say that Sri Lanka is up and coming market for many tourists in the world. So from Spain of course, there are approximately 46,000 Spanish people have visited Sri Lanka in 2025, and it's growing many more in the coming years, we hope. So likewise, Sri Lanka is very much familiar with the European market and Asian travelers as well. So in terms of that, we have to have a good strategic plan for the 2026 and 2027. In one hand, to attract more tourists, and on the other hand, to balance the carrying capacity of our sites, and then to balance the tourists and to give them a very good quality experience while they are in Sri Lanka. So based on that strategic improvements that we have to do, we have developed a plan for the 2026 and 2027 as well. So it will include some institutional changes and some other changes for the sites, of course, to protect the site as well as to give a quality and unmemorable experience for the tourist. So based on that, we have a plan to develop Sri Lanka more and more, because Sri Lanka needs tourists, and we are doing our best to attract them and give them a quality experience within their holiday in Sri Lanka.
Good to hear. Which top source markets is your tourism board targeting for the upcoming year?
Before targeting, I will tell that top sourcing market for Sri Lanka, of course, India, because it is our nearest country, and India is the biggest patronage in our tourism markets, and after that China and Russia as well. Apart from that, I think from Europe, we are focusing on Germany, France, and then Netherlands likewise, and of course Spain as well. So we have a focus, we have a broader focus on all the countries that are coming to Sri Lanka, and I think many of the countries from Asia and the Americas and then Europe, from everywhere the people are coming, and we are focusing on all those people who are coming in Sri Lanka, and we will be doing kind of more promotions in those countries as well as we have been doing all over the years, but with new strategies and new plans for a better experience, of course.
Okay. What regions within your country are you focusing on, if you're focusing in any region, and how will you boost interest in them?
Regional wise, now Sri Lanka is an island. It's not very small, but comparatively it's a small island.
Okay.
So we have the southern coast. For the coastal tourism, or for the people who come for the beach to Sri Lanka, we have developed the southern coast and the eastern coast of the country. And western, of course, most probably the capital city of Colombo is situated in western province. So around Colombo and Negombo area, there is one region. And we have a plan to develop the northern region as well, because southern region and eastern region are quite well developed. But we want to attract tourists to go to northern part of the world, northern part of Sri Lanka as well. Because it is also, there are also a lot of interesting things to see, and Sri Lanka, that means it is a country that people are very famous for their hospitality, and they have different traditions, different cultures. So even though it is a small island, there are a lot of diversity in this island. So in region wise, we have selected some of the regions in these all areas. But being it is a small country, we see a country as a whole, and we need to see the benefits of tourism goes everywhere in the country, because everybody should benefit from tourism. It's like every community in the country should benefit from tourism. So it's kind of a holistic strategy, I would say, for the development of tourism in Sri Lanka.
Okay, of course. And how is your tourism board promoting your destination as a MICE hub?
Yes. Before going for the MICE hub, like I would like to add some more details for that. Like in Sri Lanka, I saw it's a diverse country, so we are focusing on wellness tourism, then nature kind of tourism. Then we are an agricultural based country, so with agriculture you can develop a lot of tourism, right? That means with the paddy fields and all, you can develop a lot of tourism there. So that is one of the focus. And then culinary is another focus, the cooking strategies, and our food is another kind of tourism we can promote, and then historical sites as well. So these are our major areas that we will be looking at in our new plans in future. Okay, for the MICE tourism, I should start with the Sri Lanka Convention Bureau. So Sri Lanka Convention Bureau is the bureau that is focused on promoting MICE tourism in Sri Lanka. To give you one example, that BMICH is one of the major venues that we can give for the conferences, meetings and all. So it is a very well known area and well connected with the transportation, and it is the heart of Colombo city. So it is one of the major places that we promote for MICE tourism. And apart from that, there are a lot of star class hotels. I don't want to go by the names and the brand names, but there are a lot of star class hotels with convention facilities, that hall facilities to have the meetings and conferences and exhibitions, etc. So there are a lot of upcoming hotels as well. So basically, we developed Colombo, the capital, as a hub for MICE tourism, and for that we are having a conference, MICE conference. We had one in 2025. So it is attracted by lot of people, lot of MICE agents in all over the world, and that conference will be one of the milestones where we develop MICE tourism. And on the other hand, apart from that conference, we will be having some familiarization tours for the MICE agents from various countries, about our top sourcing markets for MICE tourism, to show them the facilities we have, the infrastructure we have developed in the country, etc. So likewise, we are doing good. And being Sri Lanka is a small country, when you come for a business trip to Sri Lanka, you can just visit to Kandy, or you can visit to Negombo, you can visit to Galle in the southern coast. You can have a small visit there, and to make your business trip to the next level maybe. So that's how we promote MICE tourism right now in Sri Lanka.
Sounds amazing. So thank you very much, Prasadi. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for you as well. Have a nice time. Yes.